welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are taking a break from planning videos and I'm diving into my other hobby, which is makeup. I love makeup. I enjoy it. I'm kind of a collector, but I feel like I try to keep it minimum. I mean, this is really not minimum. Anywho, so this is going to be kind of like a makeup collection slash declutter. As I go through it and I'll talk about it, I will see if I want to keep it or if I don't. I have separated into high-end and some drugstore ones. So I think we're going to go in and get into our high-end ones first. All right, so the first one on top is a new addition to the family. And excuse my nails, I am in the process of trying to take them off, but it's really hard for me to take them off. I currently have taken out 4, a little bit that's left there. But we're gonna pretend like my nails are a-okay. Okay, anyways, this is the Pastel Lilac Huda Beauty palette. This is my one and only kind of purple palette. This is how it looks like. So I have definitely already dug in my nail. I mean, that's like my thing, is buy new makeup and actually like digging my nail into it. But it's super pretty. I love it. Blendable, pigmented. I have used it a couple of times and I have really enjoyed it. So this is going to stay in my collection because I mean, it is new. All right, next is also pretty new. This is the Too Faced Born This Way, the Naturals palette. A lot of natural colors. I love this for a basic look. Again, I really do enjoy this palette, but I've only used it a few times because it is newer to me. So, but so far I do like it. So this is staying in my collection. This one isn't as new. This is the Too Faced Naturals Eye. This one is just gorgeous. It's also one of those new palettes. I have used this a lot and I really do enjoy this. So this is staying in my collection. It's really nice and pigmented and blendable. Okay, gosh, this Tartelette and Bloom palette. One of my best friends has gifted this to me years ago for either my birthday or for Christmas. I can't remember. But you guys, this palette has been loved, all right. It is really beautiful. It smells very strong of vanilla, which sometimes I am sensitive to. And this is actually the palette that my makeup artist used on me on my wedding day. So I think it's a little bit also valuable to me too. So this is gonna stay in my collection. Love it. This right here, I have used this so much. This is the Aspen Ovard Tarte palette. I have used this a lot. It might not look like it, but I go through this a lot. It has the blush and the highlight, which I actually don't use as much as I do the eyeshadow. It is so gorgeous. Also natural looking, kind of just like Aspen Ovard is, but I love this. And it also does have that vanilla smell. So this is staying in my collection. So this next one is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. This I have used quite a bit. I really do enjoy it. It's also one of those neutral palettes, but it's really nice pigmented. Some fallout, but not much, but I do really enjoy it. This is going to stay in my collection for sure. Then the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance. Again, I used it quite a bit. It's really nice and rosy. I've had this for years. The one downside to these palettes is the packaging, the velvet. It gets dirty really easily, so I try to take care of it, but you know, there's only so much you can do when it's makeup. Next is this Smashbox eyeshadow. I have not used this that much. This actually came in like a holiday gift set with like a face palette and a lip palette, but this is gorgeous. I do need to use this more. So this next one, I have held on to this for so long. This is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Palette. It has all mattes, and honestly, I've kept on to this for so long, but like I have not been using this at all. But every time I go through a declutter of my makeup, which I try to do kind of frequently, this has stayed, because in hopes that I would use it, but I never used it. So this one is going to be decluttered. This next one was quite the investment. All my high-end palettes have been investments. If there's anything that I buy from like Sephora, it usually would be an eyeshadow palette, but this is the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. This is her first cheaper palette that she's come out with, but this was, I believe, $65 compared to her like $130. This is gorgeous. This is mainly it's my summer palette, so I don't use it until the summer, and I got it last summer. I think it's gorgeous. I did travel with this to Mexico. I love it. It's perfect for summer. However, it's very expensive, so do you need it? No, but it is nice to have. And then my last two high-end palettes are both Huda Beauty palettes. This one's the new nude. This is the first Huda Beauty palette, or like first purchase from Huda Beauty was this, and I've had it for a little while. When you look at this, you're gonna say, oh my gosh, I've gotten so much use out of it. No, my son got into this, and I tried to clean it up as much as I could. It was a disaster, but I do really love this palette. I actually just used it for Easter, for an Easter photo shoot, and this is a really beautiful palette. I love it, especially the shimmers. Amazing, really pretty. So that's gonna stay. And then last is this Mercury Retrograde palette that just came out. I got this for myself for Christmas, and it is gorgeous. I think I've only used it like twice, but I really do like this palette, and I do need to use it more often and kind of give it more love. The one thing I'm going to say about this palette is that some of the shades come off one color, but then when you blend it onto your eyelid, it doesn't come out with that color. Like these two colors here, like this one looks like a cool tone brown. This looks like an orangey brown, and actually they're pull very pink toned on the eye, which is a little bit confusing, but you know, I spent the money, so I do like it. But I mean, it's expensive, so you don't need to have it. So out of all of these high-end palettes that I have, this is all I collect. Again, these are all investments. You know, I purchased it with my own hard-earned money. So this is just one thing that I enjoy to invest in is eyeshadow. And the one that has left our family is the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Palette. So down to ones that I love. All right, we're gonna move on to my drugstore kind of more inexpensive makeup palettes. So we're gonna start with this first one. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bed of Roses. This is limited edition. I don't even think they sell this anymore. This, I bought it mainly for this shade. I mean, you guys, come on. Look at that. I mainly bought it for that shade. And this is an A-OK palette, I'm going to say. And I think at the time I used this with the wrong primer, and it completely, like, pretty much came off my eye. So I think I'm going to try this one more time with a different eye primer that I know works, and give it a try. And if the same thing happens, this will be decluttered. Next is this palette. Now, I do not know what website this is off. My best friend actually made it for me for Christmas. It was quite a surprise. And this is a customizable website where you can make palettes. And so you customize the cover and what it says, and it says beautiful Irina's. It says perfect palette, and then made by your BFF Karina. So that's how it looks like. When you open it, this is like an eyeshadow and face palette. So it has 4 eyeshadows and then 3 face powders, and you get to choose the order you put them in, the names. So it says go ahead, do the same look under the mirror because, well, that's just who I am. But this will always stay in my collection because I just think it's, I mean, it's valuable to me. My best friend made it, so it is really nice actually for what it is. And the shades are really nice for me, but I do not know, I guess, if this should be in the high end or the low end, because again, I do not know how much you paid for this. This could be with the high end, but... So next is this Bad Habit Athena palette. So this was, gosh, I don't know if you guys remember, Hush was an app where they sold knockoff makeup, and Bad Habit duped Huda Beauty constantly and some other higher end makeup brands, and I think Hush has been closed down, so I don't know if you could even get your hands on this, but this was a dupe for one of the Huda Beauty palettes, and it is really nice, and it's actually a really nice dupe. But this palette has seen better days because I've had it for a while, but as far as I know, you can't get a hold of this anymore because Bad Habit, I mean, Hush has closed. But I do really like this palette for what it is. And this is going to stay because I know I can't repurchase that. This is a Lorac Pro, the bakery box. So this is not like the US Lorac. This is a UK brand. So I bought this online and it shipped from the UK. I don't know if you noticed that the A and the O swapped versus the US Lorac, but I believe I bought this palette for $29, which it sounds expensive, but you know, you do get this huge palette and 2 huge highlights. So this is a really beautiful palette. I feel like this side is very summery and this side is more like winter and fall. The one thing I don't like about this is these are really, really glittery, and I am not one to like glittery highlights, but you know, some people do. I mean, they're really nice on the eye, so that's how I use these. I don't use these on the face because they're so glittery. But this is a gorgeous palette, blends nice. These shimmers remind me so much of the Huda Beauty ones. Like, they are just gorgeous. You guys, I don't know if a lot of people on YouTube have been talking about this brand. It is from the UK, but you guys, these shimmers are so amazing. And this whole brand is amazing. And I feel like really it is pretty inexpensive for what it was. And I did actually get this with free shipping. So if you're interested in trying some UK brands, I would start off with this. All right, next is this Maybelline Lemonade Craze. Now this is my summer palette. This is really nice summer color palette. So I do reach for this in the summer, but it's so beautiful, really nice and blend up full. I do really like this strawberry lemonade shade. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's just gorgeous. Like, I do really enjoy these. So, you know, Maybelline really did something here with this palette, and I'm here for it. So I'm gonna keep this. I do enjoy it. Again, I pull it out for the summer. All right, next is the Jaclyn Hill palette. This is her, I believe this was her second palette with Morphe. Now this has seen better days. I've had this for so long, and the packaging is all sorts of like beat up, but I love this palette, you guys. This is what it looks like. You guys can see I have used it for so long, and I haven't even hit pan, but I do really enjoy this. Is a beautiful shade that I really love, just putting like all over the lid. And this one is a good like under the brow bone kind of highlight. Super beautiful. Now the one thing I have to say is I do recommend the Morphe primer with this palette. I don't know why Morphe palettes do the best performance with their primer. I guess it's just like a brand thing that they did, you know, to make money. But I do really enjoy this palette. I think it's beautiful. And I have no beef with Jaclyn Hill. I have nothing against her. I know so many YouTubers out there are out to get her. I mean, she was the one person that has gotten me into makeup, really. I started watching her. She was one of the first YouTubers I watched, and I just love her. I know she's changed a lot and her personality isn't the same as it was, but I mean, I still enjoy her products. So I'm not here to talk tea about her or anything because I do enjoy her. So that's going to stay in my collection. Next is ColourPop. You guys, I love ColourPop. ColourPop is one of my favorite drugstore brands. And out of all of the, you know, drugstore low-end makeup I have, the eyeshadows, the majority are from ColourPop. I love ColourPop. So my first ColourPop palette that really got me into ColourPop was this Cute AF palette. Now the packaging is, I mean, I don't like the color. It's just like bland, but this is a palette that I actually use pretty much mostly in the summer. Again, it has that yellow, really reminds me of that Maybelline one. I love this palette. This is the first palette I have purchased for them. I'm pretty sure they still sell this palette. I love it. Again, mainly for the summer. The second palette I've gotten from them was this You Had Me at Hello. This is what it looks like. It's more so brownie and darker tones. So this is mainly for like fall and winter, but you can see my palette's a mess because I've used this a lot, but kind of haven't really reached pan because, you know, I have so many eyeshadow palettes. But I love this palette as well. I got this in a BoxyCharm. Then the next palette I got from them was a Sweet Talk. This is absolutely beautiful, you guys. This is just gorgeous. Like, I love this. Does have a pressed glitter in here, which is a little hard to work with, I would say. But this palette is so beautiful for the spring and the packaging. I mean, let's give this packaging some love. This is so beautiful. I love this palette. So when I first saw it come out, I was like, I need that. Oh, then I got my hands on this ColourPop California Love palette. This is how it looks like. I got this, I want to say I got this last summer, so, you know, I haven't given it as much love, but I really do enjoy this. This is a beautiful palette. I feel like, I mean, I do use this for the summer, but I feel like you could really pull these colors up like all year. So really pretty, and the packaging, and I love California. I love going down there. We're actually going down there this summer, hopefully, you know, if we're allowed to. I really want to go. Then I got my hands on this ColourPop palette. Now this is a palette of all single shadows. So again, I got this to use in the summer, spring and summer, but I feel like you could probably play with this all year. I got this last summer, so I haven't given it much love yet, but from what I've used it, you know, it's just like the other regular palettes there. And I have like 2 pressed glitters in here. And I mean, these are gorgeous, you guys. Like, amazing. Really love it. The package is cute. Has little succulents on them. Super cute. The next palette I got from ColourPop was this Disney Designer Collection. You guys, I love Disney. I love going to Disneyland. I love them. This is the Midnight Masquerade, and I love Disney, and I thought this collection was so gorgeous. The artwork was just beautiful, and this palette is also beautiful. Again, I think it has these 2 are pressed glitters, and pressed glitters are a little hard to work with, but I mean, let's talk about that, right? So really pretty. Love it. This shade is also really interesting. It has like a green, kind of like, I don't know if you can see that on camera, the green iridescence. Such a pretty palette, really interesting. as always, all ColourPop makeup is awesome. And last palette I have is also ColourPop. This is Going Coconuts, you guys. This is, okay, ColourPop has so many releases, way too many releases. I think they need to calm down, and with this COVID-19, I think they have really slowed down and calmed down, which is great, so we could all breathe. But this is one of their palettes that broke YouTube. I mean, it is gorgeous. It is neutrals. Everybody loves neutrals. But something about this palette just made everybody go crazy for it. And it is really nice. A perfect everyday, all year round kind of shades. It's beautiful, pigmented, blends amazing. But always, I have not found a single ColourPop dud yet. And although they have released so much, I mean, their quality of their shadows is very consistent. It's beautiful and really nice. I love all of their shadows. Again, I have not found a dud from them. So that's why I have so many of their palettes. It's because I love them. And all right, so this is all we're keeping, and the only two that we're decluttering. But I mean, this is all the eyeshadow again. This is not minimum, but I try to keep it down to a reasonable amount. And I love makeup again. I just love it. So this is why I have so much. But thank you for watching my eyeshadow palette makeup collection video. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. Thank you so much, and goodbye.